To Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
14. And the Raven first down.
Henry on first down, not finding much running room as he pushes forward for a yard or two at most.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
8 yards.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is caught by Watkins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
First down, Ravens.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Derrick Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. To throw is Watson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 27. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
You know.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again, it's Watson. He'll get this to Conner underneath, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He'll try and run forward with Conner. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
Conner. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sets up 3rd down and goal.
Watson now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Joey Sly.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with no score. Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And a Raven first down.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Open man. Higbee, the tight end. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start with a give to counter, and that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Jonathan.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's counter. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On the run is counter. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away was the safety, Amani Hooker.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Faking the give, now Watson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And it's 3rd.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get in. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Frank Clark in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the screen. Hey, check right 45. Check right 45. I got one.
A shotgun snap for Watson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Third down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, Ravens.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tua. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
To Allen Robinson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Switzer on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over
at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 44. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Raven first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
First down, Ravens.
Final minute now of the third quarter. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now it's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Tagovailoa toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Now Tua. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Damian Harris there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they've pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Watson. Screen pass to Connor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They run with Connor. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Just like that. Check, check, check.
Out of the gun, Watson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Again, it's Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A 1st down carry for Henry.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Henry. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
Tunga Bailoa.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Gain of 11 on the play.
To throw is Tua.
Ravens.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Tunga Bailoa.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Steelers' 26-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Derrick Henry. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Baltimore.
He's back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Second and goal at the Steelers' 4-yard line.
So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it's third and goal. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Watson's pass intended for number 82, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Results in a 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. It's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Ravens, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to